Oh my God. I was watching this couple who I guess basically got popular for talking shit to each other. And then,
Why aren't we popular then?
wait, no,
We talk shit to each other all the
no,
time.
no, it's even worse. Like she literally told the guy like, I want a man 6'5" in finance, blue eyes. Wait, something like that. The song goes, right? And he came back at her with I want a girl who shuts her mouth. And then I forgot what else he said, but then at the end he said big boobs, and she was like, blah.
I want that too.
What are you trying to say, David?
What's up, everyone? David here. Got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on the channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. Now, for today's video, I knew it. Like, I sensed it. I'm like, she's probably doing some type of nonsense back there. Anyways, so for today's video, we got 10 tips that every beginner should know when it comes to going to the gym. Now, keep in mind, we were all beginners at one point. We all had our day one in the gym. Doesn't matter what your goal is. Doesn't matter if you're trying to build muscle, trying to build strength, trying to lose weight, just overall trying to be fit. Whatever it is, just keep in mind, we're all beginners. We all make mistakes. We all got to start somewhere. I'm going to explain to you what are the specific 10 mistakes that I feel every beginner has done at one point or another, and things that you should avoid if you're currently a beginner. These are things, if you avoid these 10 things, you'll be making gains a lot faster than most other people would otherwise.
All right, so one of the main things we focus here at this gym is form. And although he didn't start off with the best form, he is going to show you what good form is now because he has improved a lot.
Alright, so mistake number one that people make is actually going hand in hand with what Alice said, and that is your form. Oftentimes beginners, they don't know how to do the exercise itself. Is it their fault? Not really, because I mean, they gotta have someone there to teach them. What if they don't have a trainer, a coach, someone to show them the right way to actually go about the exercise? So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever exercise it is that pertains to your specific goal, just keep in mind that form. It is very important. You don't want to risk the injuries. You do the form correctly, it might work out a different muscle group, or you might not be hitting the current muscle group that you're trying to target as efficiently as you could. So for example, right now I'm doing bent over rows. Occasionally when I go a little heavier, what starts to happen? I start using a little bit more leg to get the weight up. Sooner or later, am I really working out my back, my lats that hard, or are my legs not being worked out a little bit more because of that bad form? So it just goes to show you, when you first start off, go lightly, okay? Last thing you want to do is go heavy on an exercise you've never done before. Form is bad, back is rounded, knees caving in, things like that. It's just a whole mess waiting to happen. So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever workout split you have, whatever exercises you have listed for that particular day, make sure that you go ahead and lighten up the weight and just practice the form. All right, go high reps when you first start. You just want your body getting used to moving those specific movement patterns. So go up to like sets of 12 to 15 reps per exercise and just focus on light. Focus on making sure you're doing it absolutely correct. Once you get that form intact and your body starts getting used to moving in that specific movement pattern, then you can worry about going heavier. But when you do go heavier, make sure still the form is 100% spot on. I cannot emphasize that enough. You're a beginner. Don't rush into things. Don't hurt yourself. Come on, push. Last set. Keep going, come on. Oh, that's it? You don't want it bad enough. You don't want it bad enough. I guess you don't want it bad enough. It's simple as that. Some people aren't meant to be champions.
What do you mean some people?
Well, what would David Goggins say about the half-ass
Let me
performance?
go get my belt then. You see who the heavyweight champ is.
Anyways, so mistake number two that beginners make is they don't push themselves hard enough. As you saw, you can tell which rep was it that Alice started to struggle a little bit more on. You saw the speed start to slow down a little bit more. Whenever you get to that point and it starts hurting, it starts feeling comfortable, the muscles start to burn, don't stop. A lot of people, once they feel that point of discomfort, they immediately stop because they don't want to push through the pain. But those last few reps where you're really pushing yourself, where you're really grinding hard, where it burns, where it hurts, where it feels uncomfortable, those are the reps that actually are going to be getting you the results. So next time you feel like, okay, maybe I can't, it's starting to hurt, no, I can't keep going, just try to squeeze out those last few. And on a side note, kind of, I wouldn't say it's another mistake that beginners make, but if they do actually push themselves, they think that they have to go to failure every single time, every single set. No, that's not the case. You don't have to push towards failure every single set of every single exercise. You can push hard enough to the point where you have 1 or 2 reps left in the tank. So right now, how many do you think you could have done? Maybe like 1 more at the end, if that.
I think I did good.
Okay. Oh, John, God, why are you getting so defensive? I'm just trying to make a point.
I think I pushed myself even more.
Toxica.
Anyways.
So yeah, okay. In this case, Ale did push to failure apparently, which is okay. You can throw it in from time to time, but you don't always have to go to failure where you just absolutely cannot do any more reps. You can just hold off, and then once you're done, it's like, yeah, I feel like I could have got 1, maybe 2 more reps left, and think that is perfectly fine. Just make sure that you are still pushing past your comfort zone. You gotta get comfortable, feeling uncomfortable. Those are the reps that are actually gonna get you the results that you want. Oh my god. Whew. So, third mistake that beginners make is they don't quite understand the concept of progress takes time. It may sound cliche, but you always hear people say Rome wasn't built in a day. Same thing applies here in the gym. A lot of beginners, they go 1, 2, 3, maybe 1 month in, they're not quite seeing the results that they're gonna get. And what do? They give up. They say, well, I'm not even looking the way I want to. I'm not feeling the way I want to. I'm not, it's just things aren't going, it's not going as they planned. So ultimately they give up because like, well, if I'm not seeing the results, what's the point of continuing on? But they got to understand, the results are not going to come overnight. You got to stay consistent. It's not a 90-day transformation type of thing. It's not an 8-week challenge type of thing. No, fitness, gains, results. That's a lifetime commitment. It's going to take a long time to get you to the point where you want to be. And then also, I just want to say on a side note, for those of y'all who's saying, and it's mainly women that I hear saying this, for example, like Ale, who just said it earlier, it's because, I don't want to get too big. I don't want to get too bulky. Bro, I've been trying to get too big. I've been trying to get too bulky. Trust me, it goes slow. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot longer, and it takes a lot of consistency and hard work put in the gym to get to that point. So trust me, you're not going to get there overnight. There's people out there dying, slaving away at the gym, trying to get that point. So you're good, buddy. Trust me. But regardless, you got to take time. You're not going to be seeing the results that you want that fast. You got to push through it. It's going to take time. The way I like to think about it is, think about it as if you have a roll of paper towels and then you pull off 1 sheet. Are you going to see a noticeable difference in the size of the roll? No. The next day, you take off another sheet. Are you going to see a difference? No. But if you do that for days and days and days, weeks and weeks, months and months, you keep pulling off a sheet per day, eventually you're going to see a difference in the size of the roll. Same thing with you. 1 workout is not going to get you looking any slimmer, but 1 workout is going to make you closer to your goal. So you just got to stay consistent with it over time, over a long period of time. You'll end up seeing the results that you want. You just can't give up. Even when things don't look like they're going your way, keep pushing through. You follow all these tips, you're guaranteed you're going to see results, assuming that you're also on top of your diet, and we'll get to all that stuff soon. But please just stay consistent. Don't give up. It takes time. Oh, okay. Man. Alejandra, please come over here.
Guess what?
You're adopted.
Fun fact. Well, I guess not really fun. I think it's kind of sad. You know the Huck 2 girl?
Yeah, what about her?
Okay. Apparently she was a preschool teacher and she got fired.
She's a preschool teacher?
I was like, that's so sad. Like how are you going to judge somebody for what they do on their personal time?
I mean, she can make bank off of that now. Like, she could become an influencer now on TikTok. Just people know her now.
I guess. But I'm like, it's kind of sad. Like how is I don't know. I don't get why people judge her for that and then fire her for that.
The fucked up world we live in, but it's the only one we got. When you first started working out, how many days were you doing leg workouts?
Like 3.
Okay, how many days were you doing a chest day?
None.
How many days were you doing a back day?
None.
All right, and that goes to show you that's gonna be the fourth mistake that beginners make is they don't do full body splits, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be a full body split. I'm not saying you have to work out every single muscle group or do a full body workout every time you go to the gym, but at some point or another throughout the week, you got to hit every major muscle group, all right? Especially if you're a beginner, and mainly the guys. I mean, let's be honest. What do y'all do? You do the chest and you do the biceps. For girls, what is it that y'all do?
Booty.
Exactly. But why is that? No, you got to train everything. For girls, why wouldn't you train your upper back? The wider your upper back looks, the smaller it's going to make your waist look. It's going to make that V, and then therefore it's going to complete the hourglass figure. For guys, you keep working out your chest, sooner or later, what do we do in our chest? Our shoulders round forward, but if you want to look big, work out your back so your posture is good. Boom, stick that chest out. Guys, work out your shoulders, also look wide. Work out your legs so when you wear shorts, it doesn't look like you skipped leg day. It's going to be real obvious if you have a really big upper body and you got skinny legs. It just doesn't look right. So beginners, find out what workout split works best for you and make sure it actually targets all the major muscle groups. Doesn't matter if you're doing upper body, lower body type of split. Doesn't matter if you have like a push-pull leg split. Doesn't matter if you're gonna do, let's just say, legs and chest on one day and then back and arms the other. Whatever split works for you, just make sure you're at least targeting every major muscle group at least twice a week to start off with. All right, don't be skipping out on one group. And if you do notice that you have a body part that particularly is growing a little bit faster, let's just say that's your strong point, okay, you can get away with training that muscle group once per week, but everything else, make sure you train it once, twice, or more often to bring it up so your body's all proportionate. Again, beginners, don't neglect certain muscle groups. Train everything evenly. I'll think about it.
Maybe you think about it.
First, I get your pale, light-skinned-looking ass out of here. Your voice went up a couple notches.
Yeah, good.
Do your set. Come on. Do you want a wide back?
A what?
Come on, big back. I heard that's the thing that kids are saying nowadays. I assume it means like they're fat, but in this case, we're building up the lats. I'm trying to make a point here. Keep doing your set.
I'm paranoid.
Right here, we're trying to build up the back. Again, the wider your back looks, the smaller the legs, the waist would look. Do your set.
I'm ticklish. David.
Anyways, so you can keep going. Don't mind me. I'm just talking to the
No,
camera.
keep going.
I'm trying to, but
Okay.
you keep disturbing me. Anyways, so mistake number 5 that beginners make is they think that all the effort has to be put towards the gym to see the results they want. But that's not necessarily the case. You also have to look after your nutrition, your macros, your protein, carbs, fats, your micronutrients, those vitamins, those minerals. All those things need to be taken into account as well. Everyone keeps thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get big. I'm gonna make sure I hit the gym real hard. Okay, so are you fueling yourself? Are you giving yourself enough calories? Are you eating your carbs to actually push yourself and fuel you during your workouts? Are you eating your protein after to actually help the muscle grow? Are you eating your vitamins, your minerals, eating your fruits and vegetables so that way overall you could just be healthier and reduce your risk of, like heart disease? All those things need to be taken into account. Beginners think that just going to the gym, just working out, just lifting weights, that's it. That's going to get them 100% the results they want. No. You also got to take your diet into account. You want to be big, you got to eat in a surplus. You want to lose weight, you got to eat in a deficit, but you still have to monitor over the protein, carbs, fats overall. Weights alone will not get you as much results as you will like. Weight plus nutrition will definitely get you a lot closer to your goals that you have in mind.
You know what I thought about?
No, and I don't care.
I think that Brandy Melville is probably like a trainer's favorite brand
I don't even know what that is.
for women.
Never heard of it.
Well, let me just tell you, they don't carry big sizes at all.
That's unfortunate.
On push.
Oh my god, I did. I really tried there. Alright, so since we're on the topic of nutrition, food, that's going to lead us into the next mistake that beginners make. And I mainly see it amongst guys, mainly high schoolers, college kids, is that they think that supplements are everything. I mean, let's be completely honest. How many of you know some high school athlete or some college frat boy, or all they do is just down protein shakes all day, but they don't eat any real food? All right? You go to their dorm, what's on top of the counter? What's on top of the fridge? Just tubs and tubs and tubs of just pure protein powders. Let me tell you, if you're a beginner, you shouldn't even be having to rely on that. I spent years working out before I actually got to just taking protein powder. And even then, that's one of the very few supplements I actually take. Testosterone boosters, all that stuff, it's just nonsense. It's just a money scheme. The only 3 supplements that are actually beneficial and have enough research to back up what their benefits are: creatine, protein powder, and anything caffeine. So in supplements, it's usually in the form of pre-workout. But regardless, those 3 supplements, any supplements in general, if you're a beginner, you shouldn't have to be relying on it. All right. If you're downing protein powder, why? Why aren't you eating real food? Why aren't you eating your chicken breast, your chicken thighs, your steak, your fish, your tuna, things like that? You should be eating whole foods. That's what's going to help you build up the size. If you're having to rely on pre-workout, okay, why do you need so much caffeine? Why aren't you actually, just focusing on your sleep and your recovery? Actually focusing on your nutrition, because when we eat our food, it gives us calories. What is calories? Energy. So that should be the energy to fuel you through a workout. You don't need pre-workout before every time you're going to do exercise. No, what you need is carbs to fuel you. That's why you see a lot of Olympians. They eat pizza, they eat pasta, they eat rice, bread, all these carbs right before a big workout session or before competition, because that's what their body runs off of. Again, beginners, do not rely on supplements. All you're doing is just breaking the bank trying to buy them, because they're not cheap depending on what brand you get. You should just be prioritizing real food instead if you want to get the results. As you become more advanced, or the situation may change, maybe you don't have as many breaks at work, maybe you don't have enough time to actually eat your food, you only have like a 10-minute break, that's not enough time to actually down all your food, maybe you're in class, your professor doesn't let you eat during class, okay, then maybe in those situations it will be beneficial to drink a shake. But other than that, try to prioritize whole foods on top of that. Remember, supplements are called supplements for a reason. They're meant to supplement your normal diet.
Thick thighs save lives.
They really do. So the next mistake that beginners make, and at this point sometimes it's not even for beginners, it's more along for people that have been working out for over 4 years at this point, but they still don't understand the concept. You gotta stay hydrated. You gotta drink enough water throughout the day. How much water do you drink on average per day?
It varies. We have our good days and we have our
Okay.
how the fuck are you still alive days.
What are the good days?
The good days?
2 bottles a day?
No, it's a gallon. It's like about
You
that
do
gallon.
not drink that.
That's-
I've never seen you do that.
That's a good day. That amount.
You do not drink that amount. You don't even. There's already water to start off in there. There's like that much water inside her little gallon. It's not even a gallon. It's a 3/4 gallon. First off, there's already like this much water in there. And then she doesn't even fill it up all the way.
Sometimes I
so
do.
The amount that she drinks, it still remains that amount. So realistically, it's like half a gallon a day, maybe on a good day, if that. But regardless, if you're a beginner, bro, y'all gotta drink enough water throughout the day. I want to point out, if let's just say during your workout you actually do drink plenty of water, which is good, you should, because you're sweating a lot, you need to replenish whatever fluids it is that you're losing, but that shouldn't be the only time throughout the day where you're drinking water, where you're staying well hydrated. You still gotta drink water throughout the rest of the day. If you're someone who's only drinking coffee and energy drinks in the morning to get you going, that's a bunch of health issues.
Notice how he says water. Sir, what's in your drink?
Water and a tad bit of blue Powerade. So
Is that rigging it? Is that like, it's not actual
Well, if you let me finish making my points, then
water?
Well, if you let me finish making my points, I will
Make your point then.
Okay. When it comes to working out, yes, I'm emphasizing drinking enough water, but you got to keep in mind, when you sweat, what else are you losing? You're losing salt, sugar, vitamins, minerals, electrolytes. So when you replenish, you can't just do water alone. You got to add a little something in there. Electrolytes, some juice. Me personally, I go with Powerade or Gatorade, but I don't just drink that alone. I put like 1/3 of whatever that extra sports drink is, and then 2/3 water. Why do you think that every time you go to the hospital and you get hooked up to an IV, is that IV just pure water? No, there's sodium and there's other stuff in there as well, because that's what your body needs to properly hydrate. So I just want to put that out there, especially now that it's summertime. Not only do you have to drink more water, but you also got to add maybe a little bit extra stuff, some sugar, some salt in your water, because you're going to be sweating a lot more. You got to replenish everything that you're sweating besides the water itself, because again, you are sweating other things as well. So we got to replenish everything.
Everything.
See, I made my point.
Should I get a tanning bed?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please get out the way?
You called me ma'am?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I tell you. This is how I know you're catching on to my sayings.
When do you ever say that? No, if I was copying your saying, you always say this. Every time we need to go somewhere, you're like, all right, let's skedaddle on out of here. I don't know, you say in a specific tone where you're like, let's skedaddle on out of here. I'm all like, why the fuck do you sound like that? And then every time I tell you something and then you don't believe me, I'm like, I swear you said this. You're like, swear. Swear. I'm like, why do you drop down like that? Like, you look like you're in football, getting down your
Look,
stance,
mate.
like ready to mate.
You talk shit about me one more time.
Or what? What are you gonna do about it? I got plenty of shit I could talk to you about. Woo! Alright, so earlier I said working out alone will not get you as much results as you would like. Working out and staying on top of your... What are you doing?
Beatboxing.
Give me the
for you.
mic. Give me the mic. Working out and monitoring what you eat will get you more results. But what's going to give you the best results? Working out the way you should, eating the way you should, and recovering the way that you should. It goes hand in hand with a handful of the other mistakes that I said beginners make about they think working out will get them what they want. Eating a certain amount of certain foods will get them to look a certain way, but you can push as hard as you want in the gym. You could put 100% consistent effort in the kitchen to make sure you're fueling your body in the right way. But if you're not recovering enough from workout to workout, you will not be seeing the results that you want. Again, our body is a machine. Occasionally, you got to give it time to rest. If not, it's going to burn out. Think of it like a car. You can drive a car for miles on end, but if you don't occasionally stop for gas and refuel from time to time, eventually if you keep driving, you're gonna get nowhere because you're just gonna break down. So that's exactly what our body is. A lot of people have the mentality of more is better. More workouts, more sets, more rest, more frequency. To a certain degree, yes, that will be helpful, but if you're not sleeping enough, not resting enough, focusing on your stretching, your mobility work, hell, even monitoring your diet, because diet is a big part of recovery as well, you're not going to be seeing the results that you want. And many beginners, they just overlook this. You look at any veteran lifter, power lifter, bodybuilder, strongman, what do they always say? If I were to go back in time, what's the one thing I would prioritize more? My recovery, the stretching, the mobility drills, different types of physio treatments, ice cold baths, whatever it is that you got to do, just recover. But the best way, in my opinion, sleep. It's free, it's easy to get a lot of, it's just going to make the biggest difference in the world. You want to see more results? You get more results by doing nothing, and that nothing is when you're sleeping. So again, prioritize your rest. You're gonna see the biggest difference in your workouts. You're gonna see you're not gonna be waking up as sore anymore. You're gonna see you can push a little harder. Again, recovery is king. There we go. So since we're on the topic about recovery, I'm just gonna go a little bit more in depth about one of the biggest flaws in Alejandra right here. And that is her piss poor pathetic sleep schedule, her horrible sleep habits, her pathetic sleep quality.
I love when you talk dirty to me.
I'm gonna make this its completely own point, just sleep, because I just cannot emphasize how important it is. Oftentimes people, what is the one thing they do when they say, oh man, I don't have enough time for this, where can I find more time? They cut into their sleep. What do people do right before they're about to go to sleep? Well, I know you know what you do before you go to sleep. You're on TikTok, Netflix, YouTube, in front of some type of electronic screen. Just horrible habits. And then you wonder why you wake up tired the next morning.
Don't binge.
Listen to yourself. Listen to your own advice. What is this? You kidding me?
For the children.
Well, you are acting childish.
Oh, hell no.
What are you going to do about it? Ooh. But yeah, again, I just cannot emphasize it enough. Prioritize your sleep. It is literally the number one best way for you to recover. A lot of people, maybe they go into the ice bath thinking that's going to help them recover more. Some of them may go and get some like deep tissue work, some deep tissue massage, thinking it's going to work out the kinks and the soreness in their muscles for recovery. Some people, they take certain supplements because it says it's supposed to boost recovery. All of this stuff cannot overcome the fact that you are not even getting adequate amounts of sleep. And it's not just the amount of sleep you're getting, it's also the quality of sleep that you're getting. Because keep this in mind, you could be getting 9 hours of sleep a night, but you could still be waking up tired the next day because the quality is not there. You got to make sure that whatever sleep it is that you are getting, you got to make sure that it's actually good quality sleep. Make sure you're in the deep sleep, okay? I got plenty of videos already out about how to improve your sleep quality. There's plenty of books out there that you could read to improve your sleep quality. One of the best books is Why We Sleep by Dr. Matthew Walker. Go ahead and read that book. Watch some of my videos. Watch any other video of people, these neuroscientists, fitness influencers, whoever, these fitness professionals, they all talk about what are some easy ways that you can implement some good sleep. And wow, what a shocker. You feel so much better, right?
Right.
And last and final mistake that I feel like many beginners make is they listen to everyone and don't actually take the time to figure out what works best for them. Let's put it this way. You take your typical high schooler. Maybe he started playing football or just wants to start working out in general. What do? Well, like myself, I went straight to YouTube. Let's see what those people are doing, the guys that look like they're buff. All right, whatever it is that they're doing, I'm gonna go ahead and do myself. But the thing is, the fitness industry is just so washed down with misinformation. You got these guys who say, if you do this, you'll end up getting arms like this. You do what I'm doing, your legs will look like mine. But they don't admit to the fact that they're taking excessive amounts of steroids. So,
They're not even in the frame. Oh, I am in the frame. Ow.
what the fuck are you doing?
Breaking all my bones, man.
Anyways, you take these young kids who don't know any better and you're feeding them misinformation. Well, are they going to be seeing the results that they could? No, because obviously they're doing the wrong things. You got all these bodybuilders claiming that what they're doing is the best, claiming if you take this supplement, you'll see these type of results. If you do this exercise, you'll look this way. And they got unrealistic body expectations because, again, they're on massive amounts of steroids. They're all roided up. They're all enhanced. No one's going to look that way unless they have their genetics and they're actually taking that amount of drugs as well. What you need to be doing is finding out what works best for you. A bodybuilder can be doing this many sets for their chest, but can you actually do that many good working sets for your chest? No, because you're gonna burn out. You're not gonna be able to recover as fast. You're not on steroids to recover that quickly. For the female influencers out there, they're saying, oh yeah, if you do this exercise, it's gonna make your glutes this way. Okay, how is it going to look that way? You didn't even do that to look that way. You got surgically enhanced to look that way. You got a BBL. You got surgery. You did this. So you see, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and a lot of these beginners, they don't know any better. They can't differentiate the bullshit from what's actually credible. They just think that because people look a certain way, that whatever they're saying is true, and that's what they need to do. No. You need to ignore all that. You can tell who the credible people are on social media, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. You can tell who are the people that actually know what they're talking about. Those are the people that you're actually going to have to be listening to. But whatever it is that they do say, make sure you actually apply it to yourself and actually stay with it for a while. Take the time to figure out what exercises your body responds best to. Again, everyone's going to be working a little bit differently. Everyone's body responds differently to different exercises, sets, recovery modalities, whatever it may be. You just got to do the research on yourself. I like to call it me search because I'm researching me. That's what you all need to do. Figure out what works best for you. Once you figure it out, stick with it. Stay consistent. Simple. There you have it, everyone. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you're someone who's an intermediate or advanced or just been in the game for a while when it comes to working out, comment down below what are some of the mistakes that you see beginners make, or what were some of the mistakes that you made when you first started off, so that way we can help these younger kids not make the same mistakes. Also, be sure to comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe not just to my channel, but my girlfriend's channel, our couple's channel, so you miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos every week across the board for all three channels. For this channel specifically, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.